So what is an emulator? It seems as though my recent video on the PlayStation 2 Micro by Dr. Mod has a lot of people asking that question, so let's address it and clarify. An emulator is, by definition, a piece of hardware or software that replicates the function of another system, allowing it to run software or perform tasks that it wasn't originally designed for. This is a PlayStation 2. This is not an emulator. The PlayStation 2 Mini that I showed in that video is original hardware. Inside this is actually a cut down PlayStation 2, just without the disk drive. This is original hardware. The Pi 64, on the other hand, is not an original Nintendo 64 board. It's actually a Raspberry Pi 5 that's inside here that is emulating Nintendo 64 hardware. And I think some of the confusion comes from the fact that I said I had a 2 terabyte micro SD card in here. You see, there's a difference between ROMs and emulators. When you are running a PlayStation 2 game on original PlayStation 2 hardware like this, it is not emulating anything. I mean, maybe with the exception of emulating an optical disc. But if we're gonna go by that definition, then the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5, and the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 are emulators, because those also play games that aren't on a disc. It's just playing a game file, or ROM, not emulating anything. I mean, we did an entire long-form video on my YouTube channel breaking down this build. I know it can be very confusing, especially for younger generations that maybe didn't grow up with this hardware. And I particularly saw a lot of these comments over on TikTok for some reason. And for those of you who commented saying I just popped in a 2 terabyte SD card of illegally obtained games into an emulator, I will remind you, it is entirely legal to make backups of your entire video game collection that you own. And yes, over the years, I have collected the vast majority of PlayStation games that I would ever want to play. You know, sort of like my game cartridge collection as well. And while I didn't make this, a really good friend of mine, Dr. Mod, worked really hard refining and redesigning the already awesome bit-built PS2 Slim by Wesk. And I think repurposing original hardware like this is really cool. If you don't believe me, you should watch some of my other videos. So hopefully this clarifies things a little bit for you. This is an emulator. This is not an emulator. It's original hardware that was designed to play PlayStation 2 games.